Oh my god. Okay, what's up, guys? Why can I not hear anything? Weird. Wasn't playing audio. Guess we'll try that again. Go ahead and let everyone know I'm online. See, now I can hear everything. That's so weird. Yeah, I'm online just for a little bit. Welcome in, guys. Sorry if I don't seem super excited. I am exhausted. I mean, I don't mind being honest on stream. I just got done watching, Lord of the Rings Return of the King Extended Edition. So, you know, I just got done watching the finale to the best movie trilogy ever made, in human history. So, you know, I have that on my mind at the moment. And, then I also have the, oh, goodness. I also absolutely fucking cried my eyes out at, so, what is it? During the third movie, they have the scene where, was it Faramir rides out to, you know, die, basically. That always makes me cry when I see it, so I cried a little bit during that. Or at least, like, I welled up a little bit with tears. Then, I know that, what is it? Then I definitely cried during the scene where, what is it? I'm trying to think. There's a specific one I'm thinking of right now. There was another one for when Sam goes to carry Frodo. Yeah, the one where Sam goes to carry Frodo after, you know, he falls down. He says, you know, I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. I cried during that. Then, after they destroy the ring, and, you know, all of that madness is going on. All the lava's pouring out and everything's going absolutely fucking bonkers. I cried a little bit, that too, whenever the lava's passing by them and then they're just fucking, you know. Welcome in, Izzy. Don't worry, I heard you. I just want to finish my statement. Welcome in, Izzy. Welcome in. But the, goodness. Sorry, I'm very out of breath if you can't tell. Like I said, it definitely took the life out of me a little bit. I might literally be a hollow right now. But anyways, the, yeah, the after that part, I also, cried a little bit at the part where they're having the crowning of Aragorn and everything, and then a little bit whenever, you know, Frodo and everything is, you know, when... I totally forgot that I have the Pyromancy in my right hand now. But yeah, whenever they have the, fuck, what is it? Whenever they have the crowning of Aragorn, then when they have the amazingness that was... Oh, what the fuck was it? I'm trying to think. The scene where Frodo's coming back, you know, when he wakes up after basically almost dying. Then there's the scene where Sam gets married and everything. And then finally, the scene where Frodo goes back home, goes to leave Middle-earth. And then the scene after that, where Sam goes back home while there's narration going on. So I'm like unendingly emotionally drained right now. So like I am, if I seem off, that's why. But yeah, so I just wanted to get back on and play a little bit because I'm having a, you know, I'm not in a bad mood. Like I said, I'm just emotionally drained. That's all. Not really in a bad way, just, yeah, just how it is. Just the reality of it, really. But how are you all doing? You sent funny Lord of the Rings reels? Oh, how perfectly themed for me watching Lord of the Rings recently, then. How absolutely perfectly themed. Well, here, I'll have to look at him, Izzy. I'll give you my live reaction to him. Okay, I really did forget that I keep forgetting that I set my, what is it, my background on my phone to fucking Hoppy from Fire Emblem. It's like keep getting jump scared by attractive women. It happens, what can I say? Let me actually see what she sent me. But welcome in, guys. Somebody hopping on here and playing for a little bit real late at night. As you do, as you do. I see you sent me, yep, 2 Lord of the Rings and 1 Mario one. I think this is the Great Club. It didn't play for me, that's why I played it twice. Oh, okay, okay. I thought you couldn't tell that I was, like, talking. I didn't want to, incomplete my thought. Jesus. There we go. But yeah, so if I, like I said, if I seem a little shaken, that would be why. Don't worry, there's nothing bad going on, just, you know, really good movie, and it had me thinking about some stuff outside of the movie as well. That's all, but really good. Very happy I was able to sit down with our boy, our best boy Devin, to enjoy the entire movie trilogy. He watched every single extended movie with me. Obviously, he didn't do them all today, but he watched all of them with me, slowly but surely, and that means a lot to me. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Devin. We appreciate you. And I'm going to do my best to not continue crying, eat some Pocky, and drink some tea. So, you know, productive. As you do. I'm trying to think of what I want right now. I'm not really sure. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure I have to go this way, now that I really think about it. I'm like 80% sure I literally have to go this way, so. Alright. Let's go to Majula then real quick. I'm gonna go up and grab my armor. But yeah, no. I will always be a huge Lord of the Rings fan, man, and that movie series is just so good. I have not watched all of the extended editions since my childhood. This, what you guys are witnessing right now, is the aftermath of me watching my favorite movies ever for the first time in my adulthood after not seeing them for a really, really long time. And I mean that because the extended edition of Lord of the Rings is not the same as the original edition. Not particularly. Not that I would say anyways. I mean, yeah, they are the same movies per se, but in my opinion, not quite comparable. At least not particularly. Not to me. Upgrade the armor of Auroras here. I actually almost have fully upgraded armor. I should have some pretty incredible defenses now. Let me see here. I got 612 across the board. That's honestly not bad. Like, genuinely speaking, not bad. Like, I think right now, yeah, the Alva set's doing almost as much as the Smelter Demon set right now, which is pretty good. The only one is, like, the Smelter Gauntlets is never going to do as much as the, you know. Sorry, the, any of the other gauntlets are never going to really be as tanky as the Smelter Gauntlets. But to be fair, really tanky gauntlets add a lot of defense and poise, genuinely. Like, it just does. Like, to be honest, the tanky armor adds a lot. But specifically, wait, I thought, did I take off Immolation? I think I did. That's okay. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Anyways, back to the gutter, or to Black Gulch, I mean. But yeah, so like, just really good. Something I very, very much enjoyed. So now we're going to hop on to Dark Souls 2. I don't think I'll be on here for a really, really long time. But I am going to be beating the Rotten, and we'll be getting further into that. I might go check out more of the fire-based DLC, because, you know, that's based. You gotta enjoy that. That shit's the real heat. And then, I'm going to, I hate this dude. So dumb. So, with Black Gulch, right? I honestly will think I'll take this off. I'm gonna put on some type of, yeah, my poison bite ring. Because what the fuck? Also, how much poison resistance does this give? A good amount. Just enough, right? Just enough. Because I'm gonna be having so much poison spew at me, and it's unbelievable. I am poisoned in 2 hits. You're actually kidding me. You're actually fucking kidding me. Okay, no. Hold up. Is there a, like, doesn't he sell, like, a Poison Bite Ring +1 in Brightstone Cove Seldora? Let's go check that out, because I actually think he does. And I think we could definitely use that for at least this area anyways. Because poison isn't that much of an issue most of the time, but when you get poisoned in this game, oh, it's over. It's fucking over. Is there something over here? Fracked Red Eye Orb of all things. Alright. Could have fooled me. I wouldn't think that'd be in there. But what are you up to, chat? What games are you playing, chat? I want to know what the real gamers are up to this late in the night, early in the morning. What have you? Really? Same thing as I already own. Fucker. Motherfucker. All right. Well, I guess so. Well, to be fair, I do have poison moss, 22 poison mosses, so fuck it. Fuck it. Who cares? The real question I should be asking, chat, is have we found the Int wives yet? They disappeared. We can't find them. Also, I'm definitely chowing down on these fucking Pocky, bro. I don't know. This shit's so good. I forgot how much I love Pocky. I bought like 7 boxes of them. I've eaten most of them already. I hate to be truthful, but yes. Very true. Alright. Nice. Pretty sure he's just burning to death. Yep. I'm gonna run this way, let him burn to death while I grab the very, very important loot here. Oh, also, super good tip for any people that are wanting to upgrade multiple weapons in Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 is the only Dark Souls game that I know of where you can actually actively upgrade a bunch of weapons at the same time. If you want to upgrade your weapon and it uses Titanite chunks, you can actually farm Titanite chunks off of these enemies in here. So not these things, but the leeches. The leeches in here, they actually spawn Titanite chunks. Bashful Ray. Wow. This motherfucker really did just kind of ignore me, didn't he? Nice. Not the woodland child Gully! Blurb will let me do my intro. Anyways, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, Birches. I'm fucking poisoned, nice. Just gonna throw this bitch right here. And I'd love to see this motherfucker try me. He better have just gotten nuked, just like I just got poisoned. Fucker. Fuck you! Honestly, whatevs. We're good. Totally fine. Totally fine. Dude, who is hitting me in the cankles right now? No! Oh boy. I just died. I just died. Who are you aiming at? I would have died. I should be dead. By all accounts, I should be 30 types of dead. But for some reason, I still stand here before you. Really? Really? Fuck you! I don't know where my stamina went, but that's okay. Anyways, hi, I got past Hades twice today. Nice, nice! So I actually, because I've never actually been able to sit down and watch you play that, what do they have going on past Hades? Because I know Hades was a boss you were stuck on for quite a while. So like, what difficult stuff do they have hiding behind Hades? Did you end up finding a new roadblock, or did you just happen to die while you were going past him? Are you actually fucking winning? I mean, usually. I did just die to the NPC, but to be fair, my ADP is pretty low, so it was just a big-ass skill issue. Oh my god, with the poison! Poison this, poison that. Have you ever poisoned some bitches? I'm so dead. I'm actually gonna die. See, honestly don't mind the poison statues. But I feel like the amount of areas you can't fucking stand in down here, oh my god. Also, they are weak as fuck to fire. I was stuck on him for a week. I was about to say, I know you were stuck on him for a good minute. Like, a long-ass time. Let me go ahead and kill this thing. There we go. I don't know if you care about spoilers or anything. You're good. Honestly, right now, I'm so emotionally drained. I probably wouldn't even remember a spoiler if you told me exactly what happened. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm so emotionally... Yeah, just so emotionally taken aback. I won't remember any spoiler told to me. You're good. Fire away. Fire away. So yeah, let me know. So Hades is the final boss. Once you beat him, you talk to your mom, Persephone, living on the surface. Oh, okay. So he is the final boss, though. That's interesting. In places with poison, enemies are always weak to fire. It does seem to be that way. It seems to be like poison and oil are usually associated, and oil is usually rather flammable. Example of this area.
Oh, you, my thoughts are very scattered.
Are they?
What is this curse? The question rings in my mind, but I haven't the focus to answer it. Loss frightens me no end. If I were told that by killing you I would be freed of this curse, then I would draw my sword without hesitation.
Why would you kill me?
I don't want to die. I want to exist.
Do you?
I would sacrifice anything at all for this. It shames me, but it...
You know, I think it's good to be honest with
Even
yourself.
so, I am compelled to preserve it. Am I wrong to feel so? Surely you do the same in my sheets.
Also, welcome in Atreus Ninja. I don't recognize your name, so I do apologize. If you are a new viewer, welcome in. Good to see you. What brought you in here? If you're a returning viewer, that is awesome as well. If you are a new viewer, I apologize, and I'm so fucking... I'm not, like, upset. I just got done watching the extended edition of Return of the King, and my goodness, it's just a lot. It was really good, obviously. I've seen it before, but yeah, no, I've seen it before, but it's such a good fucking movie, dude. And, you know, and this is technically the first time I've actually seen the full extended edition. What is it? It's the first time I've seen the full extended edition in adulthood. I've not seen the extended edition since I was a child. So, it is definitely a lot to take in.
Wow!
Well, I'm glad. I try to be good, you know, especially at Dark Souls 2. I am renowned for talking so good about Dark Souls 2 24/7. I better be at least decent at the game. Punch! Chunk. There we go. I did just say you can farm chunks. Can't be caught lacking or lying, you know. Did that shit just break into the floor? Why? Go ahead. Bring the smack down if you think you're that bad. Go ahead. I'll bring the smack down too, bitch. The fucking iframes I don't have. I mean, once again, I do have 780p, and I am dodging like a dumbass. See, the issue that I'm doing right now, that a lot of people have, is I'm preemptively dodging. You can't, like that. That should have hit me. You can't be preemptively dodging. That is the issue. You have to dodge when the attack strikes you. Like that was a bad dodge. That was a good dodge. Just something to think about. 'Cause that's usually the main issue I tend to see where people dodge in this game and they complain about ADP. It's always when they're dodging. You just have to know when to dodge. People, it's like a game of chicken, right? You have to win the game of chicken that is their attack. So 80 is as far as the game goes. So 80 is as far as the game that goes lengthwise. But once you beat him for the first time, you get a lot of debuff options to make things harder while you work on more story stuff. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I won't lie. I know that story is not usually the most important thing when it comes to roguelike games, so I'm not surprised that it doesn't have like too much going on. But I will say that's kind of one big thing that I will say does detract from the experience a little bit for me for roguelikes, is I never play it for the story. So when I like roguelikes, it's almost entirely because of how it plays. It's pretty much never because of like actually the, you know, the characters and the story or anything. Like I can like them, but the care level of like the characters in the story is rarely of any you know, high end. Not to say that it has a bad story or anything either. I dodged too early again. I keep doing this shit. It's the weapon he's using. To be honest, it's the way they swing it. I mean, if you want to block it, go ahead. You may have 780p, but you also have attunement. Attunement also raises agility. Can I see how much agility? Sure, man. You are correct. Attunement does raise agility. I have a 20 attunement, so my agility is right at 90. And I would say 90 agility is decent enough. For sure, for sure. I would say if you want to be able to dodge, like, consistently, 90 is definitely a good amount. I know a lot of people say you have to get like 110 and all this other shit. To be honest, I've watched people dodge in this game with like, what the fuck? What's the lowest stuff I've seen? I think I walked right off the ledge. Nice. Whatever. I got the bonfire. I don't care. And I need to go down that way next, anyways. But I've seen people dodge with. I might have to go use a soul vessel so I can show you guys. But it's like it's in the 80s. Because, like, when you're in the 80s of ADP, that's what I would consider, like, not good for dodging. But once you get 90, it's, like, good. And then when you get to, like, 100, it's like, okay, that's really good. Yeah, no. Because, like, for me, once again, I don't really have any issue dodging too much in this game. Like I said, usually when I have any issues dodging, it's the biggest skill issue in the world. I'm just simply reacting poorly to what's in front of me. I'm simply reacting too soon. Because like I said, I've seen people absolutely dodge Ava the King's Pet inside of Dark Souls 2 by fat rolling with no ADP. And if they can do that, I really have to say it's a skill issue, my dude. Now, there are certain attacks, though, that you need to have a certain amount of ADP to be able to dodge. That is just a fact. There's certain moves you're just not dodging without enough ADP. And honestly, these guys are one of them. Dodging these fuckers with low ADP is hell. Dodging these things at all is hell. How much will this add, I wonder? 30? That's 30. So it adds about that much. Oh, the Ring of Giants is so fucking heavy. Of course it is. Anyways, I'm going heal. 90 agility is still kind of low. Yes, 96 agility is Dark Souls 1 fast roll iframes. I do play since ever with 96 agility. PvE and PvP is more than fine. Easiest dodge better. I mean, most of the time. So, like, that's my issue that I have. It's like, I don't ever really... So, most of my first playthroughs of Dark Souls 2, I never actually upgraded ADP. And if I did upgrade attunement, it was not very much. I would usually just focus on... Is he going to jump? No. If I ever did focus on, like, you know, being able to dodge, it was mostly my equip load. You know, just so my character could move more. But, yeah, like, I was able to beat the whole game just fine. So it is really weird to me that ADP is such a big, like, discussion inside of Dark Souls 2. Because it was really never anything that I even noticed or paid attention to. Because usually if I got hit by something, I would just, you know, my thought would be like, oh, well, I fucked up the dodge. So I'll just, you know, run it back. Audie. There we go. I guess we could go for Havel's armor now that we got the Forgotten Key, but I don't really want to. Oh, what is that over there? I don't remember. Silver... Damn it, I thought that was going to be something useful. Silver Talisman? Really? I made the greatest Bloodborne character ever. I was actually going to ask Atreus Ninja, how's your, going off of what you're saying right now, you actually have quite a bit of knowledge on, Dark Souls 2. How much, Dark Souls 2 have you played, my man? Mans? I use the term man as in everybody, not anything specific, if you are curious. There we go. I might actually go use the Forgotten Key, because I want to go grab... I can't remember all of what's, like, for these. Oh, yeah, I killed him. I did. Forgot about that. I forgot that I killed him. Yeah, it happens. Abraham Lincoln with an axe and a shotgun. So, that's based. I love that, personally. I personally love that. I don't know. I feel like... I don't... Maybe this is a hot take. I don't really like the build crafting of Bloodborne nearly as much. I like when I upgrade my character and everything, like arcane, skill, strength, etc. I just don't feel as invested. I highly agree, my man. Now, I didn't stop playing, but I do definitely agree. It is by far the best PvP. Honestly, Dark Souls 2 is the only Dark Souls PvP where I can actually sit down, play it, and then tell you how much I had fun playing it. 99% of the time with any other Dark Souls PvP, I just get annoyed. Because, like, this is how I see it, right? This is how I see it. Dark Souls 1 PvP. You're either one-shotting them or you're not. There's no in-between. It's just whoever one-shots each other faster. Dark Souls 3. Similar, but different. Whoever one-shots each other faster... plus the extra effect of roll spam. And I mean crazy amounts of roll spam. Then, Demon Souls, I've barely even played PvP in that game, so I really can't give you much of an answer on that. Bloodborne, lag plus hitboxes, so... lag plus hitboxes plus parrying the heal animation. Crazy. Oh, and also Dark Souls 1, Backstab Simulator, Dark Magic Simulator, etc. And then also Dark Souls 3, it just encourages one-shot builds 24/7, so that's usually pretty uninteresting. Elden Ring, yeah, I would just say Elden Ring is a bunch of DPS checks. Most people inside of Elden Ring, it's just a bunch of, like, whoever gets one-shot faster, you know? Same thing. Like, it's just uninteresting in that regard. I've never liked the whole, like, let's both do a one-shot build, and whoever lands the attack wins. Like, that's... I don't really like that very much. Like, in Elden Ring, it's like, oh, he's doing a dual-wielded jumping attack twin blade build. Cool. Like, you know, he's doing a super stacked, undodgeable magic build. Cool. Like, it's just kind of whatever, you know? Like, it doesn't have that interesting depth that I usually get with Dark Souls 2. Like, with Dark Souls 2, no matter what build I've ever done, I have never felt like the game didn't allow me to play, right? So, you guys have already seen me play, right? Even with this super unoptimized build, like with low health and everything else, I still can beat people in PvP. Due to spacing, timing, spatial awareness, understanding mechanics and weaponry, and timing and other things, basically. So, I mean, you guys already saw me the other day. When I was fighting one dude, I caught him lacking because I went to use Flame Swathe. Instead, I casted it at my feet, and then I swung at him, so he got caught by my sword into the explosion for a combo. Like, there's stuff like that. You can do combos in this game and crazy things, which I really, really do appreciate. Stamina management. Yes, stamina management in this game. Great example. Flame Swathe right there. Look at that. That's my whole motherfucking health bar. And guess what? That combo I did, that was a risky move. That was pretty much 99% of my stamina to do that. That's not an easy thing. And, you know, God forbid I was running beforehand. Like, it's nice. And every single magic type in this, pretty fun. I mean, yes, everyone does like to say, oh, PvP's trash, just spam climax. This game has soul memory. Do you really want to spam climax and ruin your PvP for your character? I don't really want to do that. Not particularly. What was I doing? I think I have a fire seed, right? Nope, I do not. Okay.
To see, however.
Yeah, so very much infuriating. I do some health, yeah. I need to get more health. My health could definitely use a little bit of buff. I like to get at least to 20, personally. 18's not bad, but I could definitely use more, especially since my character's trying to be a little bit tankier with all the armor I'm wearing. But yeah, no, I've actually, just so you kind of understand my background, I own OG Dark Souls 2 for 360. I own OG Dark Souls 2 for Xbox 360. I own Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin for Xbox One. And I own Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin for PS4. I have played since the first day this game came out. It was the first Dark Souls I'd ever beaten. Not played, but beaten. I'd played Dark Souls 1 beforehand. Then, I had also played... let me go to the gutter real quick. I need to go to that one. Yeah. I've participated in all of the Covenants extensively. The Rat Covenant, Dragon Covenant, Blood Covenant, Blue Sentinel Covenant, Way of Blue Covenant. What is it? I'm not done. Dragon Covenant. I don't know if I mentioned that one yet or not. Just all of them. And I love the unique PvP mechanics of this game. Very, very interesting. Pretty much no matter what you're doing, no matter what build you're going for. Also, build diversity. This is my favorite FromSoft game. Even after beating Sekiro and Elden Ring, I honestly cannot see this game getting dethroned for me. So, it's just got the perfect combination of area design, boss design, weapon design, armor design, mechanic choices, build diversity, lore, everything. Just everything. Music design, I love it. Hub world, map traversal, enemy placement, style of combat, risk versus reward style gameplay. You know, bosses that fluctuate between epic mechanic based or actually just difficult. You know, it's a perfect like mixture of all of them. I genuinely love this game. This is probably my favorite action RPG I've ever played. I don't think much is beating it. At least for me. That's just Havel's Great Shield. Okay, I couldn't remember what was in here. As you guys know, for me, since it's been so long since I've played this like consistently, I get the OG Dark Souls 2 and Scholar mixed up a lot. And that is what that was. I thought that's all that was in there, but I couldn't remember. Dark Souls 3, roll spam, R1 spam, parry spam, the fuck. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to say they don't take skill. I will never say that. All of the PvP takes skill except for Dark Souls 1. That one's literally 0 skill, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. You guys can feel free to disagree if you really want to. That's up to you. But yeah, like Dark Souls 3, I've done a lot of Dark Souls 3 PvP. I just don't think since Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2, I don't think FromSoft has captured the magic of covenants inside of a video game the way they did with 1 and 2. So, like I said before, Dark Souls 1, it has the Warriors of Sunlight for, you know, joining together. It's got the it's got stuff like, you know, the Way of White, which is just kind of whatever. Then it's got stuff like the Princess Covenant, the Chaos Covenant, the Gravelord Covenant, where it's like lore relative, not really PvP or anything, so I think that's really cool. Then you have like the Forest Covenant, which is nice. It's the protecting of the area. And then you have, oh wait, sorry, Gravelord. Gravelord also has PvP, I forgot. I love the idea for the Gravelord. The Gravelord, god damn it, Covenant. I think the idea to summon overpowered NPCs into worlds, to then use those to incentivize people to go into PvP, to then defeat the host, to then despawn them. But if you don't want to participate in PvP, you just get some really cool, extra difficult AI enemies that are abroad. That is something I very heavily appreciate. I think it's very, very cool. And then Dark Souls 2 is by far my favorite. I love the combination of Way of Blue, Blue Sentinels, and the Brotherhood of Blood. I think those all three together mix well. If you don't like PvP, Way of Blue. If you like to be a savior, Blue Sentinels. If you like PvP, Brotherhood of Blood. If you like to duel, Dragon Covenant. Or Blue Sentinel or Brotherhood of Blood. They all have duels, in fact. Then you have guarding areas. You have invasion guarding areas with the Bell Covenants, which are very fun and very frequent, mind you. So very chaotic, but they're also short enough areas to where if you really, really wanted to, you could run through pretty quickly. Then you also have the, what is it? Fuck. Then you have the Rat Covenant, which is one of the most unique ones I've seen. It's just the idea of summoning someone into your world to fight the, you know, the booby-trapped stuff that you laid before them. That is such a uniquely interesting idea for Dark Souls, and genuinely, I absolutely love it. I think there's very few, like, interesting things like that for PvP I've seen in a video game. And I don't think there's much that Souls could do that would make stuff nearly as interesting as that does, personally. Hey, Edgy, could you ask Devin the name of the area he hates in Black Myth Wukong? I'd have to go in there and ask him. I've heard mixed views. I've heard different ones for, Devin, and I've heard ones for, you know, people that aren't Devin, so. Can you please leave Lucatail alone? She's dead. Fucker. This is a really dumb play, by the way. Is he gonna run after me? I'm gonna heal. Okay, cool. Woo! You're not kidding about the stamina management in this game. Sometimes I forget how crazy it can be. Yep, there's that shitty dodge of mine. Come on. Perfect. Alright, you're going down, bitch! Holy fuck! Holy fuck shit, that damage! Trade! That was not a good trade. Trade again! Whoop. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 has a lot of stamina management. Which honestly, yeah, people say it does make the combat a little slower, but I don't really think it does in a bad manner. I think the combat is still decently fluid. I don't mind the combat being quote-unquote slower. I just feel like it's just not as spammy. Like, when you do stuff in Dark Souls, like, getting 2 hits off in Dark Souls 2 is completely different than getting 2 hits off in Bloodborne. If you get 2 hits off in Bloodborne, what the fuck does it matter? You get 2 hits off in Dark Souls with the right weapon? Yeah? Yeah. Well, fuck me. That almost jump scared me. You need a name for a tough and strong female character? I wish you luck with that one. I think I named my character inside of, I mean, we could continue Edgy Gamer thirsting after Hoppy. Going out of stamina, your character becomes slower and is easy to get a backstab from your opponent. So Dark Souls 2 punished the R1 spam. Understood. Understood. Dark Souls 3, question mark? Yeah, Dark Souls 3. So, the biggest issue I have with Dark Souls 3, right? The biggest issue. I would let Aldia talk, because he's got some interesting dialogue. But here's the thing with Dark Souls 3 that really bothers me. Dark Souls 3... So I said I like that you can pull off combos in Dark Souls 2. Combos aren't the issue, it's how the combos are implemented. In Dark Souls 3... It is completely, and I'm going to say this with full sincerity, because Elden Ring does the same shit. It's about how much free damage can you get with the least amount of effort. Now, that sounds very simple, and like, wow, why don't you do that in every video game? Hear me out. There's a specific thing I'm talking about. So, I'm going to say a few different weapons. Twin Ultra Greatswords. Split Leaf Greatsword. Gale's Greatsword. And a few other weapons that I cannot remember the names of. But, what do all of those have in common? You attack once, hit them with the very tip of your weapon, and either kill them outright because you landed 1 hit, or did 90% of their health bar because you landed 1/5 of a hit. And that is a constant, not like a, oh, okay. No. A constant. A consistent problem. And honestly, it makes it to where, like, I can't really enjoy PvP because you're just fishing. You're just fishing for a hit to then land a full combo. And it's just, it doesn't have that same fulfillingness that, you know, other stuff would. So yeah, there's that. Also, I'm going to do Black Flame, and I think I might do Great Fireball. I think that'd be pretty fun. Okay.
You are bare.
Yeah, I do believe that was the final big boss soul that we had to take out. So, I'm actually going to go to Things Betwixt and drop all my Petrified Somethings and Smooth Silky Stones. You're going to get Dark Souls 2 on Steam and install a mod that makes Emerald Herald crush your head with her thighs. I mean, it's a pretty understandable mod choice. I'm sure there's one of that, if you look hard enough. You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna use a soul vessel, but I'm gonna go in here and talk to them real quick and see how quickly you can get 100 adaptability. Or not 100 adaptability, 100 agility. So, if you really wanted to get extremely good dodges, you could put your ADP to 25. But here's the thing. If you're a mage, you're probably going to have your attunement at least like 20. Then, you'd only need to get to 25, or 20. And you get really good dodge. But to be honest, you don't need that much agility. To be honest, 96 is pretty good. But no, this screen right here is why I like Dark Souls 2 stat management so much, because every stat is a multi-layer function. The only simple stat in Dark Souls 2 is Vigor. It upgrades health and petrification resistance. Endurance, health, stamina, poise, and physical defense. Vitality, weight, poison resistance, physical defense, and health. And mind you, those stack, and the more your physical defense, the more scaling defense you get off of your armor. And certain armor has better scaling than other armor. your strength, physical defense, your attack, and your health. So that's actively making you, so you're, with you being a stronger character, you're getting more tanky, more physically capable. Better for trading even. Dexterity. I can't remember if it gives you less physical defense than strength. I think it does. But it also gives you poison and bleed bonus, because usually with a dex build, you will have a poison or a bleed weapon, and it gives you both. And then they throw curveballs in here. You can upgrade adaptability for a poison build, but also adaptability increases poison, bleed, petrification, poise, curse, and agility. So if you're doing a poison build, you're gonna be dodging like a motherfucker. You're gonna be so goddamn hard to hit. And then the way they do magic, fire, lightning, and dark bonus in this game is fucking genius. How did they make 4 unique building types of magic with only 2 stats? I love that. I fucking love that. And honestly, it is a little random to have bleed bonus off of faith. That's the only one that I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's a little weird, but you know. Regardless.
No, of course not. Now go alone.
There is a lighting engine mod that is a must in 2024. Oh yeah, lighting is important. There's some pretty... I feel like the, if I played on PC, I could only imagine how pretty this game would look if I put some mods in. I feel like the game would be fucking gorgeous. Also, the crushing head sounds cool, doesn't it? Hey, we already know about my waifu, okay? We don't need to... do we need to bring her up?
You, give it, Moose. Yes, you! Give us Silky!
We already know about Best Girl. It's okay. We're well aware. We are well aware. The fuck? I looked her up and I got a bunch of stuff that wasn't her. To be fair, I think I looked up... I probably didn't type out the name fully. Now it's just her with different hairstyles. That's fine. Maybe when I'm not emotionally distraught, I'll look it up. Let's go ahead and drop all my silky stones. Lost Undead, useless. Bleedstone, useless for me. Life Gem, useless. Well, useful. Old Whip, definitely useless. White Ring, completely useless. Blue Eye Orb, definitely useless. Blue Eye Orb. Slab is crazy. Twinkling is okay. 2 Old Whips? Come on. Are you kidding? Just bring Attunement to 40 to have 96 agility. Damn, really? That's actually not bad. Honestly, as I level up, I'll probably upgrade my attunement. As funny as it would be to dual-wield smelter swords, I don't feel like getting the vitality required for that. I mean, I might. I don't know. Because, I mean, this is the heaviest armor I'm probably going to wear. I like the combo of the... I love the combo of how this armor looks, so... I honestly could do that for, like, a really... By the time I get done with all the DLCs, I probably can. But I'm trying to upgrade my intellect and faith to upgrade the amount of fire damage I do with my, you know, with my actual pyromancies, and even the smelter sword, which is still only level 3, which is just a shame. No. But I feel like the dual smelter build is such a basic thing for this game. Like so many people do that.
No.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, let's go back this way. Is it Ruined Fork Road, I think. And ignore ADP. Attunement also gives you fast cast magic slots, agility, and it increases the amount of cast per each spells. You know what, Atreus? I appreciate that. You know, that's how I know you've played Dark Souls 2. Because you get it, right? Like, you get it. You get it. Because I love that. I love that you get it. Because, like, I hate it when people grandstand about shit they don't know what they're talking about, right? Like, I can understand frustration, but within frustration, you ask questions to gain understanding. And, like, you just simply stating something that simple, like, you're right. You're literally correct. You know how many people who play Dark Souls games and love to use magic? Fucking most of them I've ever met. So it's like, yeah. Like, literally just You can get yourself more spells, cast them bitches faster, and dodge better. Just like that. Just like that. But what bot do I use for the sound effects? I actually don't believe it's a bot. It is a like connection to Blurp. So it's what would it be called? A widget? Not a widget. What's the term? What's the term? It's not gonna tell me, is it? Yeah, I don't know what's gonna. A streamer tool connection extension. It's an extension with Blurp. There we go. It's a streamer extension with Blurp. Cool. Yeah, it seemed like the simplest thing for me to do. I'm not gonna lie, I've been streaming for years, but to say that I'm any slight amount of tech savvy would be a fucking lie. I am tech deficient. I am iron and tech deficient. Fucking love that. You will all burn in the abyss alongside me. You mind? Thank you. You know what? I'm bringing it down. Yeah, no, Blurb just seemed like a pretty simple and easy way to go about it. Granted, I probably have way less options as far as like sound bites go. There's probably a lot of other options for like really good sound bites. Like I know there's a lot of people out there that I've seen. Like I think not iShow Speed. What's his name? Fuck, what's his name? I follow him on YouTube. I'm pretty sure because he's pretty cracked. He's pretty cracked at Elden Ring. Let me look at my subscriptions. Not Laggy. Laggy's really good. Not only waifu, they're pretty funny. I thought someone invaded me for a second. I was like, really? Can you even invade here? Not Doug. Holy shit, where is he? Hello? Am I dumb? Am I dumb or am I stupid? Just let me know. What the fuck? I mean, I know it's been a while since I've watched him, but Scumnut. There we go. Scumnut. Now, I completely forgot. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Scumnut. I know he streams a lot of his YouTube videos, basically. And so he actually has, like, personally made, like, sound effects. Like, I think there's one of him, like, moaning and talking about grippers. Because he's referring to Margit's grippers, so... This goblin mine, bro. Actually, what the fuck? I can't even be bothered with them anymore. Forget it. Dance of Fire. I'm trying to make Dance of Fire be worth the fuck. It's not helping me. It's making me look bad. Also, did I make it to 1 million souls yet? Nope. I was pretty close, though. I was only 60,000 off from hitting 1 mil. So once again, for you guys who have not played this game, this door I just walked up to, it only opens if you have the every single big boss soul that we've went and killed. So all the the primal bonfires and everything. So another thing you can do if you want to go this way without getting those, you can actually go and get 1 million soul memory, and it will let you pass there as well. Just to add another layer to the freedom of choice that Dark Souls 2 has. I still think Dark Souls 1 does it best for freedom of choice. Dark Souls 2 does it really good too. It's just, Dark Souls 1 with Master Key is pretty crazy on all the places you can go. You don't want to do that, bud. I'm just saying. Exactly. Hey, I warned him. I fucking warned him. So of all the places you could have dodged, I don't know, a little bit more into it. I want to use magic because I don't want to just smash it with a sword, but I can't lie and say that that's not just the easiest option. This sword is so fucking good. It's not even fully upgraded, and it just does so much fucking damage. Really? The Black Knight Ultra Greatsword only takes 30 strength. I mean, I guess that helps. It makes up for the 16 dex and 13 faith that bitch requires. Actually, you know what, Atreus Ninja, and anybody else here in chat? If you guys happen to know of a way to make the Lost Sinner Greatsword, or sorry, the Lost Sinner Sword, good, let me know. Because I don't think I've ever seen a build that makes the Lost Sinner Sword really, really good. I do understand that it has the whole, like, you know, committing sin makes it lose damage or whatever. But I am actively curious if you guys know something I may not. Because genuinely for me, like, especially just in general, if you commit any sin, it makes you do less damage. That, like, automatically puts it in, like, a no-go for me. Fuck. There we go, Jesus. Chunks and slabs. I don't think I need chunks or slabs, though. I mean, is there any other, like, non-twinkling Titanite weapon I want to use? I mean, there could be. It would just have to be a beefy as fuck strength fire weapon. Which those do exist. I mean, that would be the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword, if you want my honest answer. Or the Black Knight Sword, but, you know. Yeah. Which requires way too much dexterity and all this other bullshit, so. Not really any concern of mine. Yep, and yeah, shit like the Black Knight Halberd, well, it's just way too much of everything else, so, yeah, just too much fucking dexterity, man. I don't want to use my dexterity. What can I say? I don't know what to tell you. I just don't want to use it! I don't know, thankfully my pyromancies can carry pretty well, though. I mean, I could enchant one of these weapons with fire if I really wanted to. I don't see myself doing that, though.
This castle is isolated.
This is a database of meta builds, level 150, 155, but there is nothing with the Lost Sinner Sword, sadly.
To bring an end.
That's all I was saying. I didn't think there would be... It's just such a whatever weapon, right? Like, here. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's got the Pursuer Greatsword moveset. So, I do like the moveset. The Pursuer Greatsword moveset is a good moveset, for me, anyways. I personally enjoy it. But... Oh, dude, I totally forgot! That's actually my favorite Ultra Greatsword moveset. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, this shit... Oh, that's beautiful. And then that... Oh, God. It's schmexy, bro. Now, I definitely don't like that. I don't like the slam down and then the pick back up, but... The strong attacks and then the one-handed light attacks. Beautiful. 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 Real quick. They might... I'll say I might die. There's been times where I've died right there off of sheer ballsiness, and I was ready for that to be added to one of the times.
He's pulling his cock out!
And bodied. No, Izzy, we will be keeping the elephant dongs in their pants. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ruin your day like that. Well, the Black Knight Great Axe would be good, but it's once again the fucking dex, man. The dex. Always with the fucking dex. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot I could use the Iron King Great Hammer, which would be pretty fun. The only issue with that being the, you know, obvious... First off, can't move with it. Secondly, 50 fucking strength. It needs even more. Which, I mean, at this point, sure. At this point, why not? Why not? Elephants. Did you not see the giant the fuck off elephant enemies that we just fought, Izzy? Bro's just completely zoned out of his mind. Triple kill. Motherfucker really thought he was leading me somewhere with that. Well, you're done. I just love them falling on their ass. Great. Well, this disgusting outplay. I don't usually backstab the enemies. At least I've not been backstabbing enemies with this build anyways. As I said, if we're going to make a demon pyromancer, he's going to fight like a demon pyromancer. And why are all of you awake? Nice. Alrighty then. Let me go ahead and fuck off real quick. God damn it. The singular knight is the whole cause of the problems. He could have just joined the fun. There we go. Alright, alright. You just didn't flinch to that for some reason. I mean, I guess not. I don't have any pyromancies left neither. Yeah, that's fine. I'll eat one of my herbs real quick. I don't think there's any issue with that. Would I smoke and get high with Gandalf? Absolutely not. The fuck? What the hell? I mean, I love Gandalf, don't get me wrong, but no, I would never smoke anything. You guys already know that, first, I don't like it, and secondly, I have fucking, I grew out of asthma. Why the fuck would I tempt fate like that? I'm not trying to literally die on stream. I'm sorry, I don't need the views that bad. I'm good, I'm good. What if it wasn't harmful in any way? I would still not do it. I don't like the way that weed affects the mind, personally. Same thing with me not drinking alcohol. I don't like that it affects my mental state. So, I don't know the best way to explain... Well, here, I'll try to explain it in a way for you guys to kind of understand. So, for me, right? For me. So, as I've mentioned before, with me being bipolar, there's been parts of my life where I get very emotionally driven, and basically, with me being bipolar, anything that makes me feel like I lose control is extremely stressful, and it makes whatever I already feel worse. So, have I ever smoked anything? No, but I'm well aware of what it does to normal people. I'm certain it'll be horrible if I do it. But yeah, basically anything that alters how I'm already thinking reminds me of losing all control because of an episode, and I just don't want anything that reminds me of that. Yeah, so it's a big no-no for me. The only reason I don't mind taking caffeine is because caffeine doesn't usually affect how I think. It just more or less affects how I feel, rather than how I'm thinking. So. But if caffeine actually affected the way that I actually am thinking at the time, like, I know it can make people get stressed, but it doesn't make me get stressed or anything. Caffeine just doesn't really do a whole lot to me. And I don't drink stuff with a lot of caffeine. I drink a lot of milky drinks. I drink stuff with a lot of sugar, not with that much caffeine. I don't drink energy drinks or anything crazy like that. God damn. Okay. I'm not big on weed either, honestly. Smoked once and just disassociated the whole time. That's honestly what it seems to be. A lot of people that I've seen smoke, it's usually some type of, like, escape thing. And I don't really, so... I don't... This is gonna sound really stupid, me playing a video game. I don't really like escapism that much. Now, continue to listen to that while I'm literally playing a video game. I know. But yeah, I don't really like I don't like to ignore stuff, per se. If something's bothering me, ignoring it doesn't make me feel better. It really doesn't. Acting like I don't feel terrible doesn't stop me from feeling terrible. I just still feel terrible. Like, that's pretty... For me, anyways, that's how it works. There we go. God damn. If I want to do that, I'll just boot up a calming game and zone out. Right. Exactly. Hype in chat for Riley's Comet for the follow. God damn. I think that's the 240th follow, is it not? Hype in chat, 340 followers now. Fuck yeah. Welcome in, Riley's Comet. Welcome in. What brought you in here? Always good to see new faces. Always good. I get what you mean. Would you join me on a long and perilous quest to save the world from an ancient evil with a wizard? Oh yeah, for sure. Why not? I don't see why not. If I could hang out with Devin and save the world, I'm sure I could hang out with you, Izzy. I don't think that would bother me at all. If it's for the sake of the world. But I have to ask, if we're RPing Lord of the Rings, which character am I? That's what I need to know. What character are you guys looking at right now? God damn it. Really? I literally don't even have any weapon durability left. You're just bullying me at this point. You know what? I'm putting the mace on. Who do you want to be? I don't know. Because, like, whoever I pick goes through horrible shit either way. So, I don't know. I feel like they're all kind of losers. I feel like they all kind of lose out on that one. Brother, I gotta go. I'll BRB in an hour or so if you're still here later. No problem, Atreus. I don't know if I'll still be on, but I hope you have a lovely night, and I loved the discussion, man. Thank you. Thank you. Started playing Dark Souls 2 after 8 years of other Souls games. Oh, it's your first time playing. So what other Souls games or FromSoft games have you played, Riley's Comet? I need to upgrade that, but I can't. Okay. I can't upgrade the Aurora Scholars. No, I can. Perfect. Good. I think all my armor's maxed out now. I believe. 10, 10, 10? Nope. Oh, 10, 10, 5, 5. Maxed out for what I'm wearing. Yeah, so that's good. I don't think they drop any armor over here. I don't think there's any new boss armor we've gotten equipable. Who do you think I would be, Edgy? Mary. I think Mary's a good even ground. Yeah. I think Mary's a fair pick. Or maybe Faramir. Faramir's a really good character. Dark Souls 1 and 3, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Liza P. Damn, you played quite a few. Which ones were your favorite out of those, Riley's Comet? Because I think out of the ones you listed, I like Elden Ring the most. I might be Saruman in his younger days. Right, there you go. There we go. Also, Riley's Comet, a Lord of the Rings fan. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. If you're curious while we're talking about Lord of the Rings, Riley's Comet, today, very, very recently, I finished watching Lord of the Rings Extended Edition for the first time in my adult years. I watched it as a kid at my dad's house with really booming TV and everything. But I actually found and bought the extended fancy collector's edition of Lord of the Rings. And fully watched all 3 movies, finally. And with my best friend Devin, we finished it up, what, about an hour and a half ago. And, fantastic, man. Just as good as I remember. Loved it. Really did. Really good. Very, very good. Bloodborne because of the connection to H.P. Lovecraft. That's fair. I do think I've heard a lot of people say that that's what they like about Bloodborne is just the vibe it gives off. That's honestly why I like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 a lot, is I love the fantasy vibes. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the degrading world vibes of Dark Souls 3, and I do like the fantasy vibes of Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring does a really good job. But Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 are some of my favorite fantasy. I feel like the main issue I have with world design for Elden Ring is because it's open world. I hate to be that guy, but I do dock off points for open world, not just off of, like, you know, just because it is open world, but it's more or less just, like, for me, as you play the game, it's going to be less, the world variety is going to be less, like, jarring and all over the place because of it being open world. Like, you know, it's going to be very gradual and less noticeable. Is it there? Yes. Yes. But it doesn't feel the same as, like, Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 does. Yeah, and that's for sure as well. Open world games tend to take away from the game too much for me to really enjoy it properly. They take away too many things for me to sit down and love it the way you should. Also, are they just up here? Hello? Wonder if they're up here. No idea. I feel like they are. No. Okay. I recommend reading. Some characters and scenes got left out. I'm in my 50s. Read Lord of the Rings in the 1990s. So I actually, I do plan on reading. So I do know about some of the differences. I know, they rage quit. Nice. So the differences between Lord of the Rings movie and books that I know of is I know the Balrog was very different in the books. I do know about that. I know the Balrog and Gandalf apparently had a huge battle of wits, words, and magic. Apparently, that's what I've been told inside of in the actual books. And then I know that the Faramir's relationship with Denethor, I believe is his name, his dad, was very, very different, as well as Faramir as a character as a whole was very different in the books as well. I believe Faramir in the books was so he did have humility inside of the movies, but in the books he was a fucking monument of humility. I believe one of the biggest things that he had done inside the books is that he whenever he hears about the ring from, like, Frodo, Sam, etc., he actually outright denies even wanting anything to do with it. So, like, as soon as the ring is mentioned, etc., he's like, no, I dare not, I will not, I refuse. Doesn't even,
He's pulling his cock out!
Doesn't even bother with it. Then, I do believe one of the scenes I just watched in the extended edition for Lord of the Rings as well, I believe I didn't, Aragorn does not cut off the head of the mouth of Sauron. I could be wrong, but from what I understand, in Lord of the Rings, he does not cut off the mouth of Sauron's head. That is a movie thing. And a war crime. And but, you know. Where the fuck can I invade people at? Holy shit. But I do play, so I know that, so, Hype in chat for the subscription as well. Oh my god, thank you. My goodness, I am feeling all the love tonight. War crimes are fun as fuck, though. I didn't say they were bad. I just said it was a war crime. But yes, thank you, Riley's Comet, for the subscription as well. That is extremely appreciated. Thank you. But the, so I won't lie, so, what was it? Let me see here, make sure I read that right. So you said, you're in your 50s and stuff? So this might be, so, like, for me, I'm only like 24, I turned 24 this year. So, for me, right, I love a lot of the fantasy books and stuff, like the stories that they tell. But the main issue is I have a really hard time visualizing stuff, if that makes sense. So it makes it really difficult for me to just read, right? So like I love to read, but I genuinely can't read just like books, usually. Simply because of that, right? And so a lot of the time if I read books, it's something with pictures in it. Like this. This is just a fucking giant Zelda book about the history of Zelda, but because it has pictures, I'll read it. It can be 400 pages and 3 billion paragraphs and take me 2 years, but I'll read it simply because it gives me like a visual. Because I have a really, really hard time with my, I have a really hard time imagining what I'm hearing. It's kind of, what I would consider is like I have a very, very little control of my own imagination. So what tends to draw my attention is manga. Like this is a rom-com manga. Or like the factual video game book that I just showed you guys as well. So what I'm thinking I might do to help me out is I might listen to an audiobook of Lord of the Rings eventually. Because I think that would be really good because of how much I love Lord of the Rings and I would love to hear all of what the books have to offer. But I'm also well aware of, you know, the reality of the situation, so. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Dark Souls 1 and 2 feel unique. Definitely, definitely. Dark Souls 1 and 2 are entirely their own experiences. Even from one another. They're very, very unique in their own regard. They're entertaining, for sure, for sure. Very entertaining. And I love that about them. I love that they're fucking, you know, messes. Do you have a firebomb? I do. War crimes are fun as fuck. Riley, you should play Mortal Shell if you love Souls likes. Also, was a big fan of the books of the character John Carter, Warlords of Mars. I do not know that one, but I do know about the Conan books. I do know about those. So I've not read. So even though I've not read a lot of fantasy stuff, my father and my uncle have. My grandfather has as well. My grandfather reads a lot of nonfiction stories, like a lot of historical stuff. He likes to read about battles that actually happened, whether it be, you know, Roman Empire, the War of Independence from the UK, stuff like that. He's pretty all over the place with, you know, enjoying multiple different types of stories and battles, etc. But I do know about that series, because my dad has talked about it to me quite extensively, but it's been so many years, though. Oh, God, I don't remember much about it at all from what he mentioned, but I do remember him mentioning it to me extensively. Because I remember talking about it, because I remember when he brought it up, right, we would talk about reading, and he said that he would mention Lord of the Rings, how much I enjoyed Lord of the Rings, so he'd mention how much he loved Conan, stuff like that, because of how good they were. Yeah. I forgot to equip Flash Sweat. Let me go do that. Do not make me. Thank you. How about older comics? I feel like I could read comics for sure. I don't have any issue with comics, to be honest with you. I think comics are pretty fun. I've heard that, what's his name? Invincible is a really big one right now that I think that'd probably be really fun to read, even though I've sadly heard a lot of spoilers from it. Then there's also the, I feel like I probably could read some Marvel comics. I know Deadpool is always very interesting. I do really like Iron Man, at least from the movies and everything. So there's a couple that I think I very well could read that I would enjoy. So I honestly could probably check them out at one point or another, but that would definitely have to, I'd have to try them out. I've not read them. So the only, like, manga and stuff I've read has been mostly rom-com or, so I think the only manga I have at the moment is unofficial Legend of Zelda manga, which is really good. Don't Toy With Me Miss Nagatoto, which is a romantic comedy manga. Really wholesome and adorable. I love it. And then one Rent-A-Girlfriend manga, which is a fucking train wreck. It's like watching a train run into a car, run into a train, and have a plane crash into it. It is a mess. A fucking mess. And it's entertaining. I don't know what to say. It is just that entertaining because how terrible it is. And then I have one Naruto comic as well. Manga. So dumb. Doctor Doom. See, I heard that Doctor Doom was really good inside the comics. What exactly, like, about Doctor Doom, like, would you guys say is, like, really high quality? Because, like, I heard everyone getting excited about him, and I know that Doctor Doom is, like, you know, the main villain for, like, or at least one of the main villains for Fantastic Four. So, you know, I don't know too much about him. I've only ever seen the little bit from the movies, if I'm honest. You thought Dark Souls 3 was like the WWE of Souls? I think I'd need a little bit more elaboration on that, because I've not watched WWE, so I only know so much about it, but an interesting thought for sure. God damn it. Fine, fuck this. If I'm gonna die, I'm taking you with me. Grab that. I knew I was getting knocked over. So, for all of you that say you need ADP to dodge, you're a fucking liar. I am dodging like a god right now. Oh, up we go, up we go, up we go. Woo! Alright. I should be all kinds of dead right now. Fuck yeah, I blew them up. Dude, hype! I actually didn't expect myself to land that. Good. Do you mind? Honestly, the big smelter monsters aren't even the problem. It's literally the singular soldier with his stab attacks. Oh my god, get him. I have no stamina, that's gonna hit me. The iframes I just used to get through that. Nice. There we go. Now I can fucking play the game. How long have I been waiting for this? I actually clipped myself, dude. I swear I'm not clip farming like Jinxie right now. That's insane. The odds of him doing just enough damage to hit me, missing me the entire time just to bitch slap me right there. No way. No fucking way. I actually don't believe it. God damn. Okay, well, love that, love that. Love that for me, love that for me. So, getting rid of the poison. I don't think the poison's nearly as important. Actually, put one poison on. I don't need two poisons. I might do a warmth, though. But I'll do warmth. Warmth is fine. Okay, Spider-Man comics are depressing. I've heard. I've not read them, but I've heard Spider-Man is very depressing storyline. My favorite Marvel character of old, Doctor Doom. Any interest in Berserk due to the Souls connection? Yes. I would love to read Berserk at one point. Maybe at some point I will. But I definitely have some intrigue in Berserk. I think from all of what I've seen, I find it very interesting. Now I will say there are quite a few heavy story spoilers I already know about. I already know about the Eclipse scene and a bunch of other small stuff in there. But I think the overarching story I know very little about, so it would still be interesting to experience. He's an intelligent and ethical villain. See, that's fair, though. I think an intelligent villain is usually a better villain overall. Doctor Doom normally becomes Doctor Doom through his hatred of Reed Richard, but they completely changed that for the MCU and it upset fans. I like pre-1990s Doom the best. Best sense of the character. He is a villain, but he loves art, music, and science. He wants a better world, but he's willing to kill for it. Ah, of course, of course. I think Doom saw his and Reed Richards fighting are like tennis matches to him, or chess. And seeing that sounds interesting for sure. Like every comic writer loves to give Spider-Man a fucking depressing as fuck life. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? Are we kidding? You know what? Honestly, just go for it. I don't get, you know, I didn't realize you didn't get iframes during that. I really thought you did. Okay. Maybe it's like at the end of it, but yeah, no, I thought I was home free. Damn. Okay, that's fine. I think I know how I'm going to do this now. First, well, do I want to do the Flame Quartz Ring +3? I might. No, I got Flash Sweat. That should be good enough. First thing I want to do is go beat the shit out of this fucking firebomb throwing asshole who keeps throwing firebombs when I'm down there and just chipping me for the tiniest bits of damage. Very edgy, very tough life. I know. I'm a pretty big mixture though. I love fantasy stuff. That's one of the main reasons I love the Lord of the Rings so much. It's just unapologetic fantasy, and I love that. I love that. And then also the what is it? Also the Berserk. I think I also like. What is it? I think a good example. I don't mind dark-themed stuff, so like ReZero. ReZero is based off the horrific, constant death of the main character, and how that torments his mind and the people around him. So like, I don't mind dark themes at all. I love dark themes. I will say I don't particularly find stuff like Lovecraft as interesting as a lot of people do, but I think that's simply because like I don't handle horror very well either. A lot of people handle horror rather well. I do not. Thank God. So I got rid of fucking 90% of them. The firebomb thrower's gone, and so are these two. So that just leaves big guy and those two. And those two are the issue. The big guy's not a problem. He does damage, but like, you know, I can deal damage. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Let me... I totally dodged that, but whatever. Just go ahead and get the kill. I like how he's just completely not even engaged in combat right now. He's just completely doesn't care. Come on, bitch! Poison! Can you poison the Minotaurs, I wonder? Maybe. If so, not easily. There we go. Come this way. He really caught me lacking. I'm lucky not to be dead right now. Go for it! Yes! Alright. Holy shit, they do make these enemies difficult after all. Alright. I think Lord of the Rings is TGE standard for epic fantasy. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie though, I was born to be a fucking movie critic because when I was a child is when I watched Lord of the Rings, so I'm not gonna lie. There has never been a single movie that I've liked more than Lord of the Rings since I've seen it. And that was at the age of 3, so I want everyone to understand that I will never be impressed more than when I saw Lord of the Rings Extended Edition for the first time at 3 years old. Have there been movies that have impressed me? Yes. But have I ever sat down and thought something was as impressive? No, not even a little bit. Especially 3 movies in a row. Absolutely not. God, get them out of here. You know what? You two. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, get him! Right in the knees! Who the fuck are you? Thank God. Okay. Rim, I love Amelia, Lord of the Rings movie, but in JoJo style. Oh, yeah, I won't lie. As far as anime goes, I think JoJo's might be my favorite anime now. Just outright. I know ReZero kind of held that top spot for a really long time, because it's one of the few animes that I've ever watched where I actively didn't want to stop watching. Not that, like, I wanted... Okay, I worded that wrong. It's not that I wanted to stop watching, it's that I wanted to watch another episode, right? So I'm the type of person who's very capable of, like, not watching 4 episodes in a row. I fucking hate binge watching shows. But ReZero is one of the few shows I've seen where I actively wanted to watch, you know, more than an episode or 2. Like, you know, maybe I'd want to watch 3, maybe 4. And I'd actually have to, you know, put my phone down and walk away because, like, I hate watching shows, like, in a row like that. But, like, I actually would sit there and want to watch it the whole time. 17,000 souls, huh? That's 1 level up, so not nearly enough. Not nearly worth my time to run backwards and go grab more, so. Locked. I think we need to go this way? No, that's not how you activate this. You activate this the other way. Yeah, we'll go out here. I've seen Lord of the Rings trilogy maybe 10 times. Love the music for it. Oh, dude, the music's so beautiful. Oh, my God. All of the music is so good. So good! I loved it. I could drink Lake Castle for a bit. I thought it was interesting that H.P. Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard were pen pals. They frequently wrote letters to each other. See, that's wholesome. That's the type of wholesome energy I like to hear about. Oh, the Trigun was an absolute riot. I will say another movie that, if you guys want my honest opinion, as far as, like, just, you know, really, 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 really good movies go, I do think, now, I'll give you 1 mature movie and 1 child-friendly movie. Even though I'm an 18-plus stream, you know, not everybody wants to watch a really heavy-handed, emotional movie. Puss in Boots 2, Last Wish. You don't even need to watch the first one. That movie, one of the best movies I've ever seen, genuinely, outright. I love that movie. Very, very good. Very, very good. It juggles multiple villains, heavy themes, and is funny as well, the whole time. The animation is stellar. The characters are charismatic, interesting. I love it. Genuinely, I love it. It's got, you know, really good villains in there. Just, overall, fantastic. And I'd say rather creative with some stuff that it has going on. Then, another thing I would say as well is I really love Godzilla -1. I talked about both of those a lot when they first came out. Genuinely, there are very few movies that had me as emotionally invested as Godzilla -1. Like, that is one of the most objectively, emotionally investing movies I've ever seen in my life. I can't say, there's very few movies that have made me care so much. That movie made me care. There we go, god damn. There we go. Lord of the Rings in JoJo style would be awesome. I mean, anything in JoJo's style would be hilarious, because that fucking anime has such a crazy style. To be honest, like, it's so strange. Oh, bodied! Let's go. Woo! We almost got him. We almost got him. Catch him lacking. Yes! Actually being able to kill an enemy as they're going to strike you is one of the most satisfying things in the world. The original Star Wars trilogy was like that for me. I was 10 when I first saw Luke Skywalker on screen. You know what? Honestly, yeah. I do feel like Star Wars is a really good trilogy. I actually so when I was really, really young is when I saw Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I saw them around like 3 years old. And I know that I actively did love and got really invested into both. But obviously, as you guys can hear me talk about it, and just from how the tone of my voice, obviously, Lord of the Rings stuck with me way more than Star Wars did. But I will actively say this. Every time I go back and watch original Star Wars stuff, I remember why people remember it so fondly. Because Star Wars, pretty good. But when you actually go back and watch it, God, it is amazing. It really is. And I have to give it to the guys that made the movie. Like, they, fantastic job. You know what? He fell down. That's good enough for me. Yeah, because I actually enjoy the prequels quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. You guys can take that however you want. I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoy the prequels quite a bit. I love the third Star Wars movie, and I do rather enjoy the second one. And the first one has its moments as well. But honestly, I do forget how grand and fantastic the original Star Wars movies are until I watch them again. And they're fantastic. They are. Like, I know for the longest time, I was very much like a who cares about Luke type person. And honestly, when I went back and rewatched them, immediately left my thought process. I was like, man, I love Luke. Luke is awesome. Luke is a fucking epic character, man. And then, like, you know, I look at Han Solo and I'm like, oh, well, do I really care about Han Solo? Yeah. I went back and saw Han Solo again after so long. I love Han Solo. Han Solo's an amazing character. Yeah, I think the big thing really is definitely tragic for the sequels. Sequels are nothing but wasted potential, and I felt that the whole time I watched them. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Definitely not good. Luke is basically Flash Gordon redone, but redone well. So, this will definitely show my age. I have no idea who Flash Gordon is. I've heard of him from the Ted movie, but I do not know who he is. I know it's Flash Gordon, Savior of the Universe. I have no idea. I have zero context or understanding. I only know of the name because of the Ted movies. Which might be actively painful to hear. But I just want to get that out the way because that is the truth. I actively do not know. I forgot there's a wretch down here. Thank God. Sci-fi hero from 1950s, I think. Okay, okay. I will say I know a few things from like back then, but a lot of the things I know that would be considered older, at least for me, is mostly from music. I have seen a couple of movies and stuff from a while ago. Like, I think the main movies I've seen from that are older would be you may know what these ones are. The one's a Christmas movie. It's called It's a Wonderful Life, I think. It's a black and white movie. I don't know when it came out, but I've seen It's a Wonderful Life. That's one of the oldest movies I can think of. When was It's a Wonderful Life released? Life made. 1946. Wow. Very good film, though. Very good film. I did like it. I watched it with my grandparents. Thought it was really good. And then, what's the other one? The other one's quite a bit newer as well. I think it's called, I mentioned it a few streams ago. Some Like It Hot. Yep, Some Like It Hot. There we go. 1959 comedy musical. And, you know, just so people get some context, the one was a Christmas movie. Some Like It Hot. I'll give you the synopsis. After witnessing a mafia murder, slick saxophone player Joe and his long-suffering buddy Jerry improvise a quick plan to escape from Chicago with their lives. Disguising themselves as women, they join an all-female jazz band and hop a train bound for sunny Florida. While Joe pretends to be a millionaire to win the band's sexy singer Sugar, Jerry finds himself pursued by a real millionaire as things heat up and the mobsters close in. That's a pretty good movie as well. That one I thought was very funny. The movie's like building up to one really good joke at the end of the movie, and it killed me. I would say it, but like, no, dude, you have to watch it. It was so fucking, it's so dumb. It's so funny and dumb. I love it. A remake was done in the 1980s. Queen did the music. Queen did the music. Queen? Really? I do love Queen. I fucks with Queen. You start playing some Queen or Michael Jackson, I can't dance, but I will definitely be having a good time.
Bearer of the curse.
Anyways, I sent a picture of Luke's original concept art. Oh, let me see. I can't remember how to access this shit. How do you access messages in this fucking console again? PlayStation always confuses me. It never makes sense. There we go. Luke's original original art. Huh. I think they kind of stayed decently true to it. Don't look bad. Don't look bad. I like it. I still see his lightsaber there. He's got the mask like he's flying one of the X-Wings or something. And his hair stayed pretty the same. But I like it. I like it. Usually going to have a yellow lightsaber. Oh, really? A yellow lightsaber? That's a rare lightsaber color, too. I'm referring to Flash Gordon remake. Yeah. When they did remake it. No, so none of those, really. I will be getting off soon, by the way, for anybody who is curious. Like I said, I am very emotionally drained after watching Lord of the Rings Extended, so... But, I think I might, if I can, kill the dual dragon riders. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. What I want to do is invade somebody, but will it let me is I don't know. Oh, I definitely cried like a bitch. Aragorn is one of the most manly fucking people I have ever seen, ever. And he cries. If he can cry, I can cry. Literally, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings is like peak masculinity ever. From any medium I've ever fucking seen. Genuinely. There are very few things I've seen. Like, most people are like, oh yeah, my dad's my role model. Motherfucker, nah, my dad fucked up. He showed me Lord of the Rings at 3. I was like, nah, that's a role model. I mean, sure, I may not be very manly. You know, I'm a pretty little femboy with my makeup on and these women's pants, but like, shit. If you were to ask me what a man looks like, I'd tell you to watch the movie. Check out C-3PO and R2-D2 in concept art. Yeah, I'll have to check those out. Here, I'll look those up in just a moment once I go a little bit through here. I think one of these knights wake up, don't they? This one? Won't you do it? Okay, cool. I did not mean to fall down! Great. God damn, I actually did some pretty good damage. I need to get some more strength in there, to be honest with you. What's my fire bonus right now? 103! That's pretty good, actually. That's really good. Fuck yeah, dude. I wish my fucking sword did more, but, yeah, whatever. It can only do so well, right? God. But yeah, I am definitely out of breath from crying from watching the movie. It was a good movie. Good movie indeed. As you grab your sword, it's time to go on a long and perilous journey with a high-as-fuck wizard to save the world. My role model was Tom Baker's version of the Doctor in classic Doctor Who. Ooh, classic Doctor Who. See, I think that's fair, though. Like, that's entirely fair. Out of all the stuff I've heard of Doctor Who, especially older Doctor Who, that's an awesome thing to look for, to be honest. Let's see here. No, I will say that as far as role models' effectiveness of changing how I act, they do decently enough. The problem is I'm so fucking angsty and extra. Any role model influence only does so much. You know what? Block this. Oh, we're bringing out the they're bringing out the big moves, huh? All right. All right. I got one too, bitch. Anyone remember the Where's Waldo books? So I know of them, but I never had them. So when I was younger, my grandparents would make me read, what was it? So I wouldn't really read books, so they'd have me read, Dr. Seuss books. So I've read quite a few different Dr. Seuss books. I've read the Lorax, I've read the, Oh, the Places You'll Go, Oh, the Places You'll Go. I've read One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. There's a Walk-It in my pocket. I've read Green Eggs and Ham. You really think you're that bitch, don't you? Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, two-handed, that's fine. Exactly. Good catch, good catch. GG's. GG's, you did a good job. You did a good job. Edgy, we need a Where's Waldo stream. I do not need a stream of an hour straight of me embarrassing myself because I can't find a fucking character on a screen. Ooh! That's painful. God, I love how this game looks. It looks so good. Even though it's, like, you know, older and it looks a little off. God, it looks beautiful. Tom Baker's version was big on standing up for what was right, but not using force. He was skilled at swordplay, but against violence. See, that's fair, though. Like, I feel like, you know, and I love stuff like that. I love thought-provoking, you know, themes, right? So, like, actually, that's a fair question. So I just got done recently playing through an entire, playthrough of a game called Fire Emblem Three Houses, Riley's Comet. And see, what I like about that game is they have a villain. So the villain, the hero, and the side character, and the other villain are all correct in a certain sense. And they're all fighting for what is right. And by technicality, they're all actually correct. But what it comes down to is the beliefs and the reality and the weight of their choices, decisions, and thoughts. And I feel like that's a game that I really, really love because of the, you know, just the reality of, like, what is going on in the game. They're meant for kids. You doubt my ability to get distracted, Izzy. My mother was an elementary teacher. I had lots of Seuss books. The Cat in the Hat was my favorite one. Oh, yep, The Cat in the Hat.
You have fought admirably on your journey, cursed undead. I am Nashandra, Queen of Drangleic. A true monarch.
I'd give you more description, but I'd hate to spoil anything because the lore and like what's going on in the game is worth playing multiple times because it grabs your attention pretty well. And it's based in like a somewhat fantasy medieval times.
He found more strength to face them.
But no, Izzy, my eyes are overused right now. I'm barely able to focus on the screen. Like when I say I cried my fucking eyes out, I cried my fucking eyes out.
Visit Vendrick.
So, like I said, it wasn't entirely from the movie either. I had a bunch of stuff going on outside of stream as well. So once I started crying from the movie, it wasn't stopping. Pilgrim Belclair. I don't need no help from no bitch ass wizard. Yeah. That and I'm actually getting tired. Like I'm actually getting physically tired. What you got? Holy shit! You never stood a chance. That's why you gotta work on your stamina management. So this spell is absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna try it. $750 damage compared to what does this do? That did not do 138. You're a fucking liar. Boop. I'm a little overpowered, by the way. Benhart! My man!
Oh, well met, friend. Good to see you well. Yes, very. I journeyed from the distant east to perfect my swordsmanship. The legend has it that powerful beings slumber in this land. This sword has been in my family.
So, in the nicest way possible, Scottish accents, women and men, best European accent. Don't make me bring out the tier list. Don't make me do it. They're already S rank. We already know. Okay? Best. Literally every time they speak, I'm hype as fuck. Literally every fucking thing they say. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just the mannerisms. The mannerisms.
King's gone. The people have a mad glint in their eyes. The land itself is overrun by terrible beasts.
Overrun. Love it.
No better place.
Fucking love it.
Test my sword, eh? This land is right. King's gone. The land.
See, and it's just stuff like that. You know, instead of saying like, you know, this place is a little bit of a mess. This place is a right mess. I love it. I just love it.
This land is right. King's gone. The land, no better.
Yeah. So, let me go level up real quick, and then we'll be done. I think that hints on the idea of self-determined belief in one's purpose. Oh my God, Riley's Comet, you hit that. You not only hit that nail on the head, you hit that bitch so hard it went through the fucking wood into the building next to you. You hit that shit. Yes. Yes. So, literally, I will say this. There is a clear villain. 2 of them. It may not be clear from the start, but there are 2 clear villains. But with those villains, they are also justified to a degree. Are their actions justified? No. Is their reasoning holding some logic to it, though? Yes. And I won't tell you exactly how, but the game does offer subtle mental manipulation akin to some propaganda from some possible world wars. I love it. I fucking love it. Because literally, there is a singular speech that happens in the game, and what they do, like for manipulation, basically, is they do, okay, like I said, I don't want to give details because I won't tell you who, I won't tell you exactly how, I'll just say, like, because when you hear the speech, you'll hear what I'm talking about. But what they do, right, for like manipulation, is they talk only about the goals, right? They only talk about goals. Not how to get there, not the consequences of their actions, not what is particularly necessary. No. They focus on morale, and they focus on the end goal. And what it does is it blinds everybody to the actions that are brought on to the world around them, to the end that they're trying to meet. And the way the ruler talks about it, they actively ignore the now for the later, regardless of it. And it's really good. Like the way they talk is specifically done in a way to make them right in their own eyes, and if you're not paying attention, in your own eyes, very easily. Because to be honest, she makes sense. They make sense, but you know. Anyways, yeah. Let me go ahead and level up real quick while I'm talking. I want to continue on reading chat a little bit because I want to catch up with chat as well. Good reason to read Nietzsche and reflect on it. I actually don't know what that book is. What is that book, per se? I do not know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's German, but I do not know that book particularly, per se. You know who I forgot to talk to, chat? But I'm gonna do that real quick as well. You'll put me in my place. I don't have a home. Get wrecked. I mean, yeah. How are you gonna put me in my place if I'm homeless? Right? Right. Go the fuck to sleep. I'll think about it. Hour-long rant time? Maybe. Okay, I hear this and I think read Plato and Nietzsche and ponder. He was a famous German philosopher. Like I was gonna say, okay, so the now I want to hear that because I do. Okay. Because I do love philosophy. I love philosophy and psychology. I've always been into psychology to some degree. But I will say a big turning point for me for psychology is I used to find psychology interesting. But the moment in time in my life when I finally found out that I was bipolar after being locked in a hospital against my will, to then be told about it, really opened my eyes to psychology and really made me start asking a bunch of questions about psychology. And now, as soon as psychology is mentioned, my ears perk up and I start listening.
This is what skill, but our master never dies, and he changes form so that he may seethe for all eternity. Brave human, you have yet to face your greatest perils. Take these.
Really? That's who you get the Black Scorpion Stinger from? That's a pretty good weapon. Pretty good weapon indeed. It's yeah, it's a thrusting sword that it has no scaling, but does pretty good poison. But we did just get a really good ring, chat, if you were curious. We got a ring that increases health, stamina, and equip load. So, pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Either way, I like it. But I am definitely... How much more damage do I do with the Ring of Blades? 40 is quite a bit. Ooh. How much more health do I get with that? Hold up, let me... See, that's not that much, though. Yeah, I'll do Ring of Blades. 40 damage is way more important to me. At least right now. I might change it up later. But for now, that's the most important. Okay. Let me go ahead and teleport back while I'm ending stream. Your voice caught me off guard, Almighty Wesker. Almighty Wesker, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I hear that all the time. So, okay, so I work retail, right? So today's a really bad example, but when I get on stream, when I go to work and I have, like, you know, red lip gloss on and my black eyeliner and eyeshadow, or my black lip gloss, and I've got my nails done and my women's pants and my long hair and everything, and I walk up and I have the voice that I have, you know, this I'd say normal tone, slightly nasally voice. They're like, "What the fuck?" So you're good. You're good. You're good. If it made you jump in your chair a little bit, that's fine. So I actively get ma'am more than I get sir whenever I go to work. So you will. I'm one of the most difficult people to offend, I assure you. Do not feel bad. My mother was bipolar. She also was scarily intelligent. She treated it, so that was a good thing. Yeah, I treat mine, but not with medicine, with actions and habits that help it. So I know that I'm just, you know, I love how I'm, you know what, fuck it, I'll keep playing. We're gonna keep playing while I'm talking, but I'll finish this last conversation, and then I'll get off. I can't help it. I fucking, what can I say? I love streaming. Streaming's my passion, as you can tell. Here, we'll walk around and here, I'll go get the other DLCs opened while I'm doing this, because now that I can open all of them. Perfect. With that. Yeah, no, for sure. And that's pretty crazy that you actually had a mother that was bipolar, because I actually know that bipolar is a rather rare thing to get. Because sadly, being bipolar, I've met a lot of people that fake it for attention. But like actually having a family member going through that, I am glad that she was able to treat it, my man, because that is definitely a difficult thing for sure. I think you and I would get along very well. You seem very interesting. Oh, dude, for sure. So I will say this. So a big thing that really makes it like talking as well for me is I love to have deep conversation with a lot of meaning to it, and I like to talk about the details, the specifics, you know, the underlying thoughts about everything. I love to. I love to just, you know, to hear about it, talk about it, because I don't only like to talk, I also love to listen. And a big part of that is very much my grandparents. So you're obviously younger than my grandparents by quite a bit, but I spent a lot of time talking. So I spent most of my younger years with around myself, and then if I did talk to people, it would be like my parents, and a lot of time with like my grandfather, right? So yeah, 57, that would put you about 15 years younger than my grandfather, I think. So, you know, not like a lot younger, but quite a bit younger than my grandfather. And I spent a lot of time when I was younger talking to my grandfather, and my grandfather is what I would call a scholar, a gentleman, and a historian, for sure. So this man, he has the fucking Teddy Roosevelt mustache. He's got that, you know, slightly aged, older white gentleman face. He reads books thicker than the Latina baddie that you saw a week ago. He reads books like every week. He runs 2 businesses at the same time as a CEO for both of them. He is a businessman, and he is a very intellectual individual. This man knows how to sing. And I mean good, too, as in, like, bro, oh my god, the man's ruined Christmas music for me. Every time I hear Christmas music, I want to hear my grandfather sing it, because these white bitches can't do it nearly as well. Then, you know, so like when I talk to him, he talks about everything from mathematics to science to history to the, you know, anatomy of stuff to the history of several different countries. And whenever this man talks history, he doesn't talk like, oh, back in the day, you know, the good guys beat up the bad guys. No, this man brings up the name of the general, the name of the battle, how he won the battle, what the name of the tactic was, how the tactic was implemented, why that tactic was so successful. Then he implements the name of the name of the general that lost in said battle, what they were fighting over, and we go into detail. We get the details. So like I think my grandfather and a lot of the video games that I played when I was younger, because most of my experience was either family, which was, you know, the little bit that I did spend with them, or video games. And I played fantasy video games that had a lot of detail, fantasy movies that had a lot of detail, or my stuff like my grandfather, who talks very in depth with a lot of broad, interesting topics. So like, almost anything you want to talk about, I'm gonna be intrigued, and I'm gonna ask questions about, and I'm gonna want to talk about. And then as far as myself, I mean, I think there's probably... So, I don't think I'm the most interesting and unique individual. There's a bunch of stuff. So, I think one thing that definitely tends to grab a lot of people's attention whenever they talk to me, overall, is, first off, my looks. I'm a very effeminate man, for sure. But I'm also very comfortable in myself as well. I have no identity issues in the slightest. I know who I am, what I want, what I like. And, you know, like, and I'm comfortable with myself. I wear all types of different makeup because I think it looks good. And that draws all type of good and bad attention. I wear rather extravagant clothes, everything from long sleeve band tees to, you know, stuff that's imported from Europe and looks like, some, what is it, almost like fantasy attire, to relaxed stuff like this where I'm just kind of like high schooler clothes. I have all types of health issues that are fucking entertaining. Everything from the bipolar, which, you know, talking about bipolar and how that affects the mind is an absolute clusterfuck, which also causes me to find interest in psychology, which can be very interesting. My wide variety of interest in video games, from from RPG to RTS to action, roleplay to FPS to puzzle games to strategy games to everything. My extreme interest in music and art in general. That's why I like video games so much. To me, it's one of the biggest art forms possible. I mean, look at the screen right now. What we're witnessing in this very moment is we're witnessing art design through the armor, weaponry, background, environmental effects, sound design, and that's already 5 different like things of art being pushed together and melded into one. I love it. I love it. Also not including storytelling, etc. But I can rant on. Either way, I had a fantastic time tonight. I hope you all had a lovely night as well. I would love to talk more. I stream pretty much every night at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if you're not sure what that means, that's the time for pretty much like New York all the way down to Florida. So that time, 12:30 a.m. So late for me, but just because I work late. I play different games, usually RPGs, everything from Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, Zelda, stuff like that. But I also like to play different games as well. Just depends on my mood. Anyways. Okay, so he's still with you. Hope he stays in good health. Okay, last side tangent. The health of my grandfather is otherworldly. This motherfucker has the one ring in his pocket or some shit. This man went whitewater rafting last year. He didn't go hiking last year. He didn't go swimming last year. This man goes swimming every single day in his pool doing laps, does workouts every morning, drinks a cup of coffee, goes to work all day, and then on vacation he goes hiking and whitewater rafting. This man is a menace to this world. I actually don't understand. It's genuinely otherworldly. I will love to talk about that more later as well. As a teen, I was a bit androgynous. I grew more masculine in appearance over time. For sure, for sure. Have you read Carrie Fisher's book? She was also bipolar. I will screenshot that, and I may or may not look it up. With me being as tired as I am, I might pass out and forget that I have the picture on my phone, but we can bring that up later, and I would love to talk more about that. So, for now, thank you all for the support and your time, and yeah, hopefully either the gameplay or the conversation was entertaining. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you all. I said that already. That's how I know I'm tired. Have a good night. And as always, later, losers. And make sure you guys get at least a little bit of sleep as well. Great evening to you as well. And thank you. I'm about to fall out of this damn chair, bro. I'm so tired.